He dropped that joint I seen. I mean, he got popped though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bro, his big ass need to be making them catches.
He is y'all like 6'4", I think, 6'5".
You're not that big for you to be dropping passes, bro. I get it if you a little ass receiver, but I need him to be making them catches.
Oh, it's time to stream, shawty.
Yes, sir. I expect him to make them catches.
Let me get out the party so I don't fucking lag out. He cooked this nigga for y'all real quick, bruh. What you call it? My phone don't do not disturb.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7
I thought it was a 26.
On EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep.
Oh, fuck.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
See if he's one of those. See if he's one of those. Let's go cover 3 out the job, the break.
They'll run on first down. Taylor fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Oh, he got it. He ran that.
Right. Yeah,
what a bozo. He was wide open.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Going on. I got to hold the 20-52.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
Oh,
flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
I should have knew that was
Let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
No. Yeah, let's catch it. Because he just had to score and run out the pocket.
You ain't going nowhere.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And
I'm about to say.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That's a fucking pick, bro.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Is that an RPO, bro?
Ready? Not a rook. Mike, 49. I got one.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Set, hut. 60 outlaw. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got, Heavy?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the
Come here, Bert.
chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, how about
You
to
just
say?
know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
I'm outside in the AMG. Right outside. TT. Suicide, baby girl, you know me.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys
This
trying
nigga
to play
just
some
pitched his
defense.
line. Yo.
First down, and they stick with
Alright.
Eckler.
Alright.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Throwing on second down. Jackson finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this
Oh, it's third down. I
situation,
don't even know
the
what
defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
What the?
going.
A second down completion.
I don't
Got him
blitz, bro. I
7.
don't want to do that, bro.
Now here's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. That is incomplete.
I should have
He
put
had
up
a
the
defender
field,
right
too.
there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
All right, Reyes, come on. I'm so... I'm outside.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the
Oh,
football.
I got stuck on the
Of your
line.
offensive line.
Make that
Tell them
tackle.
they control
Make
your
that tackle.
feet. Leverage
Come on,
guys.
bro.
Win the line of
Let's
scrimmage.
go.
If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating
watch your
first
mouth.
downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Watch this nigga. Where's my... Yeah. Oh, I picked the wrong...
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They run the counter.
Come
It's
on,
Taylor.
bro. We on that.
And
Come
he's
on.
going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
Oh,
And
turn
that
this
time
shit
we
off.
do indeed a big
Turn
hit
this
for
shit off. Hold
loss.
on. Let me stop
The
this
threat of a
quick.
second straight punt to start the
Yeah,
game
this
is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Flushed out right.
Pick.
Into heavy
Pick.
traffic, and it's intercepted.
Pick. Oh, yeah, to the pot mix. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. Turn me
And
up.
this return is going to be halted right around
Hold on,
the
let me call it
28-yard
back.
line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Check. I don't think you got it, son.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bro, I tried to slide, bro. What the fuck? Shut the fuck up, Drake. Let me hear this. Bro, my dumb ass, bro. I tried to slide with this stupid ass. Tyree, keep selling me, bro. Keep selling me, bro. This nigga think it's a joke, fool. I need never pick up off you, bro.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious?
Down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one's designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
You be chasing dirty money, watch twist,
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
You're not going to block? All right.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Come on. Give me a block. Oh, wait, give me a block. Oh, give me a block. Get out of here, bro. Should have got that first down.
Yeah. 39 here. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Look at my audible. Bro, don't do this, bro. Don't do this, bro.
They'll try to pick up the
you don't fuck up. Oh, yeah, you don't fuck up. Yeah, you don't fuck up. You don't fuck up, dude. Play by the rules, they're going to slow me down.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards
So
on the
these they no
ground.
do, but she wanna
They
bully now.
needed less than a foot,
That's
and they
what
got a
you
lot
gonna
more
do. You
feet
gotta
than
show
that.
me
Quite a
now.
run there on 3rd and short.
I'm in the city with
As
bitches,
a
they
running
showing
back,
they
you
titties,
love
they
when the
fucking with me.
defense is stacked near the
Put
line of
it down with
scrimmage.
the minute
You
the
know it's
shorties
going to
be
be
bullying,
heavy
they don't
slogging in the beginning, but if you break free, nothing but green grass ahead of you.
Smooth sailing and a big run because of it.
I'm giving all these niggas hope.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down.
Bruh!
Intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the
shoot myself in the
football
foot.
back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job training.
Come on, Red, stop turning the fucking ball over.
Feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Taylor, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
Flush to his right.
Hell no.
And chuck it deep left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled
This is
out
a
of
trash
bounds.
ass first half. Come on, Red. We scoring right here. I gotta run the ball. He can't stop this shit.
That's why
Really good shit.
defenders are
Looking
often
on deep.
frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Only got him on because I'm fucking fried, nigga. Yo, stop playing, boy.
12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
I need some J in my life. Come on, bro. Run the ball, bro. Until he fumble, we gonna keep running it. Fuck, nigga. I'm about to run this nigga in the
The
dirt.
Charger drive about to get going.
Sounds like a
love
love
They'd like
song.
to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception.
I told you, bro.
But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. David Moore, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Switch. Check 36.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Excuse me.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Friday night in the LA Lakers with the fucking move.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Set, ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
But no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On the ground, it's Eckler. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down. Roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Taylor.
All right.
And they string that play out nicely. He stopped
could go for that,
he can
fool.
turn upfield. No gain,
That's
2nd
far.
down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. It's brought in by Jeffrey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Like quick move.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw.
Yo!
He gets it to Brown, complete.
Come on, defense.
There he goes, left side. All the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Come on, bro. He didn't catch that kick, bro.
Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker
But
with
that's
the
a
extra
pick,
point,
dude. Come
and now
on.
things get a bit more interesting here in this
I don't know.
4th quarter.
I think I played the wrong coverage, though.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Can't see him coming down my eyes, so I got a nigga so inside. Me and my bitch. We're going to be that shit.
The Charger drive about to get going. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're playing now to this slimly.
Hold the block, 84. Sorry, ass trying to get cut.
To kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time.
Now they saying they love me.
Word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And that thumped out muddy. Remember that, and I don't remember you. Coming down my eye.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson.
Hold it, bro. Let's go, Keenan. Come on, bro.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off. Usually
I think he's changing my play's drip, bro.
And cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do
hold the block. That's good, that's good. That's 3-4 yards.
And give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point.
Yo!
Right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Just like that. I was just fucking them girls. I was
Pass
going to
here
get right
caught by
back.
Hunter Henry, and he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism,
this nigga sorry.
coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies.
Sorry, bro. Come on, so sorry ass.
Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now my eyes, so I gotta make this song cry. It's fucked up, girl.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Touchdown, defense. No, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Matter of fact,
Hey, Mike 52.
that was you, man.
Jackson down. Gonna throw again. This is caught by Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA.
Me in the office. I get in the office.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
About to find out. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those.
Wow, here we go, Rick. Here we go, Rick. Here we go, Rick.
Yeah, everyone follow.
Running in right to the bank.
Austin Eckler, his 3rd
I'm sorry, I told him I can't. Come on, Rick. Hold on. Hold on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run.
I gotta be one of them greats.
In this game. Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker blocking the rock.
On TV, and this is the new one. I saw in the pool. Yeah, what I saw.
This is feeling a couple yards deep.
Yeah, my dude. No sports when they talking about me. Is you home? Don't even read me about it. TV, and this is the new. Saw in the pool. Saw in the new. Dude, no sports when they talking about me.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Toward back across his body. Picked on like Casey.
Interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot.
Why does he throw across the body pass?
So don't wave your arms.
Keenan, let's go, bro.
If you're not wide open.
Hey, you niggas. Let's go. Caught him a body. That better not be on the offense, bro. Oh my God. He never used to be here.
Those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call out on a couple of guys there.
No extortion ain't talking about literally. No visas you wearing.
A give, Eckler running to the right. Yeah, a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First things first, I'll be the first to lead. It's working for you, just never worked for me.
From the 17, Jackson. Oh, he pulls over it. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Just to make a difference.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run here with Eckler. Oh, no,
this nigga's just fumble. It's just ain't for Christmas.
Wow. That ball gets knocked.
Who the fuck is calling me, fool? Stop doing that.
And scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And I still play my nigga loose.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
In the vending machines. Before I send you a dream.
Now Jackson.
Oh, I just missed him. Oh, why he go that way? Bro, why would he move, bro? Oh my God, this is nuts. That just blew me, bro. I did miss him on OC. When the long thing my ball was right from the jump through. I'm legit for that. What the fuck?
Their strategy, because with a 2-score lead,
She ain't in much too. He was really telling nigga shit like fuck him. Why would he run away from me though? That wouldn't make sense. Homework is really focused on his cake now. Grades going way down. All this education never helped me with nothing with all this bread I'm making.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call.
We saw that. Oh!
At the 25. Give him 30 yards there. And you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive, because truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
I'm a businessman too. Mind your business and let me do it. Businessman, do it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
This is so bad.
And that should do it.
Like, I'm bad, but he's worse. This fat ass nigga's not about to catch me. Oh, he's slow as hell. Making dollars. They hate the dramas. Information they try to keep from us. Thursday the music, get your ISRC numbers. then you could do more. At least you got a tune called
So it's
YouTube
Charger
monetized.
football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
I know what I'm doing, shit.
Oh!
Why did I need to run
He
it?
takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That was a touchdown. I just fucked that up.
Shy of 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It kind of hard. Aiming for entertainment, but you pick a fine target. Nothing normal or regular here. In the world of rectangles and squares, regular squares is what I'm going to reveal. Understand they neglect the rules of life's law. They managed to find
not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Idolize a single moment of pleasure. Can we sit in the sheets and keep this moment together? This nigga's a dog. You can never to release all of the feelings that I suppress the death that make me act up, missing my mind.
The Chargers, they're able to ride
Bottle of wine glasses on my pocket, time in my down chest. And this nigga missed the field goal, great.
Look at your face and I'm thinking, I gotta be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you gotta stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Brown liquor.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Clear for the turn up, brown for the mellow, cinnamon for the punch, stir it, call it
The Raven
Canelo.
offense set at the line for this
It's
next
full
drive.
blast, and
And
let
with
go.
3 interceptions thrown
Hey, you bet like
already,
an
we'll see.
elbow.
Do they rely more on the ground game?
Yo, it's easy like a seat in the cat up. Caffeine dreams, lot of chicks just to let
To
up.
the offensive unit because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
DeLorean way ahead of your time.
This time Jackson will throw
Ahead of
it.
your mind. Catch the, bro, this game goofy.
Mark Andrews.
He gets a tip-pass touchdown.
This one
Kill.
into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Don't get a snick.
Well, they do a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point
I'm a
conversions.
insane for a college nigga with knowledge. I'm a big range. Nigga left the hood and chose a different
And
land.
this one travels out of
If we arrange,
bounds,
are we
so
across the game?
unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
The odds are stacked against us. Systematic oppression, we just serving some ditches. Politicians retire while we work to re-engage us. They kill our black heroes and then just give us one Avenger. Wakanda forever, my nigga. More like, pour me a drink, I want to return the liquor.
And despite the late lead,
Yo, get the ball out. We took too long, bro.
he's taken down.
Saxophone, we Why did I just pass? What am I
in
doing?
the game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
He gonna get one more time out.
Sometimes called just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive
Good run.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
All right, y'all,
As
come
they'll
on.
stop it with just over 40 seconds to
Keep the
go in
clock
the
rolling.
game.
Let's see the passes.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They shake some.
Yo, this nigga. Throw it, bro. This nigga's so bad. What is on my line? Damn.
So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded.
Discipline in my habits.
They're going to get him on the run and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even
I'm playing like some shit. This is a disgusting game. I started to learn my thoughts already engaged. I know my next move and be doing the same. What am I doing? Give me over the pain. Never have me turn to cocaine. Turn to a stain. My joyful life is stuck in the grave. I need you more than ever. I was hoping you came. It's kind of hard to explain. Picasso, the best way to put it. Before you knew the meaning of it, you misunderstood it. Far from perfect, did a lot of shit I knew I shouldn't. After my demons, but they coming like a moving bullet. This shit's crazy out here. It's I love it, and I ain't out here. Gotta meet
How does the offense handle this situation?
Better on the
In a lot of
screen.
cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure
Thank you.
Oh, a
You
crush
know, I know you,
as
but
it's
to me, you ain't there.
intercepted. He's picked off near his own 40. A super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great
I
play
play
here
like some
defensively,
shit.
Brandon,
Oh my
and at a
God.
time that they sorely needed one.
He shouldn't have got the last
Enough to
touchdown.
help get them out of here.
Let me go more to it. Let me go more to it. One more to it. One more to it. One more to it.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the
Even
way
that thing that I
down
fell off. I might run the score. I don't give a fuck. This is a numbers
Chargers
game.
going to signal for the first of their 10
Man, base was already a
That'll leave
forcing.
them with 2
I was selling
remaining.
out
We'll be
shows
back
before the
after
radio
this.
sources. We need to grind the independence what got me in it. Not a cosign or a mention.
They come out here in the eye. It's first and goal on a late
Motherfuckers that once
touchdown
was
at this
dick licking
stage.
and
Could
pick flicking
officially
first
salt
step and
this
this
one away.
isn't no
Going on the
bad food.
ground with
I know the
Eckler.
game so it's cool. And then you
And he's
can't play
across
it by
for
the
a
rules.
late touchdown.
I'm the ain't raised
And
no
the
cool. I
final
know the difference
seconds,
between
that
love and
should
you.
just about
Life is
put a
just
capper
hustle,
on this
dude. Just
game.
can't recruit. Fuck
So a
Zion,
little
my
icing
heart
on the
on
cake
fire.
there before the clock gets all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you
In
want.
the studio, locked in. I missed it again. This nigga sucks.
And it's no good. It is not
Came
been
from the
his
bottom,
day.
that's why I fuck with
second
the top
extra point he's
shit.
missed so
Talking about that
far.
never ever ever to stop shit. Speak knowledge, just call me a prophet. And if you pay attention, then you pay homage.
So
Cheap
with the
jeans
missed
with paid
PAT in
pockets,
his
this
rearview
pound cake,
mirror,
got
he
these
goes
weight
back
watches,
out to
weight
kick
watches.
this one off.
Man, stepping like Hov said,
Fielded
in
about
front
a
of the
yard
belly,
deep.
put the doors out like Bowleg. I hate it.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
All I got was a thank you. Saying they made you. The game trying to erase you. I'm going to put on their necks. You disrespect
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play? Your offensive limit.
I will
that was part of the
because
blessing.
now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after
I played that over. Good lord.
35.
None and a half
And
love,
he
but
takes
no
it
love.
all the way down to the 32. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that,
Oh, I forgot about
and
the
then
little
they
pass.
got
I
it
didn't even get it.
together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5.